Is this on?
But I have to say that Crown Jewel was an absolute success. Just kidding, Clash at the Castle was.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with me and Joe's younger brother, Josekiel Pisano. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on? Great to be here.
Yeah. I must say, Joe Pisano looks way better. He's got a beard, you don't.
I agree.
I think you should...
Fully.
You should probably leave for like, what do you need, a month or so to grow out a beard? Can you even grow facial hair?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've tried to grow it for a long time.
It's weird. You have like this 5 o'clock shadow that just permanent.
The most.
That's all. It could just grow like a centimeter.
That's it.
Makes no sense. Defies science. Really.
Yeah. But I really like that facial hair. I have a very punchable face compared to Joe.
That is true.
So
yeah.
If you're not watching on YouTube right now, I had to shave the beard. I filmed my first commercial in a few years.
Nice.
That was kind of a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
And it's going to air during Monday Night Football. If you're in the, I guess, probably Texas market, mostly, I think. But
all right.
yeah.
Like this next Monday?
No, I mean, I just shot it yesterday.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say, like, that's fast.
Probably
editing.
in a few weeks.
Okay.
Probably 3 or 4 weeks.
All right.
So, yes. So, I hate it. Yep.
Sure.
Don't like the
I can understand
face.
that.
I'm too used to the beard.
Yeah.
So, let's see how long it takes. You
can't-
guys get to see me once a week. I'm guessing like 2 weeks.
2 weeks until it's back.
Look like a beard again.
Right.
Not just stubble. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, yours wasn't that thick.
No.
Mine's not that thick. I
I
mean,
keep it on like a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I usually, like, once a month, I'll, get it trimmed or whatever because it gets too big.
Right.
I get kind of late. I don't like to trim it myself because every once in a while the clippers will fall off and then I'll shave it and then I'll cut off like a whole patch.
Right.
And then you have to shave everything. Now, that's been a few years. I haven't done that. I mean, I haven't.
Neither one of us. It had been like 3 years, I think, for me.
Yeah, I think it's more than that. I think the last time I did it was when I did that Stone Cold impression for that fucking app where I got second place and I won a gift certificate to Ticketmaster, which paid for our WrestleMania tickets that year. That was 2018 because I remember it was the New Orleans.
Did you just do a goatee or did you?
Yeah. I made it a goatee. So really, I did that contest in 2017 because it paid for the 2018 WrestleMania tickets. And then I also got some WWE shop shirts because they gave me a gift card for that as well. So I think that's the last time I shaved. And then after I just had the goatee, I had to shave that off too because, I mean, who fucking wears a goatee anymore?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Everybody's bearded up.
That's right.
So common.
Yeah. So interesting SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah,
not really, but
No, I mean, but come on, Triple H. Like we're seeing these little hints of cool things.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
Kevin Owens is like
exactly
kind of telling us how it is.
Right.
So that's got to lead to something. And,
it has to.
And Johnny Gargano doing a little thing. You're like, okay, look, stop teasing. Like the days of teasing are done. Just get to it.
Yeah.
Right? Like imagine like it's like you go back in time and DX is coming.
Right.
Well, you don't want to wait 3 months. Like just give us DX. Give us NWO. Give us Evolution, right?
Yeah.
So like if we're kind of in that phase, like get to it.
It's just unfortunate because the last guy who was in charge, he was in charge a while, he had the bright idea to give Roman Reigns a part-time contract.
I'm a genius.
So he's not around. he takes months off at a time.
Both belts.
Yeah.
Never around.
So that's the problem, I think. I mean, later, like on Raw, Bobby Lashley was like, I'm the star of Raw. And it's like, I guess you have the best belt on Raw.
And how do you add a member to the bloodline without Roman? You couldn't be like, come this week, and then next week you can take off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what the hell? That was a big moment. Should have been. Should have been a big moment.
Yeah.
But then it just felt like...
They're like, ladies and gentlemen, the bloodline. I'm like, what do you mean, the bloodline? What are you talking about?
How many times did Evolution come out without Triple H?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's just not the same without the leader.
It's not the same.
And he's like, if you talked about like, the NWO was Hogan, but like Hall and Nash were pretty big names.
Of course.
DX had, Shawn and then Triple H, but you had X-Pac. And like, this is the biggest gap between leader of a group and everybody else.
That's true.
No hatred for the Usos. It just is what it is. They're
or
not,
Sami Zayn.
Well, they're not.
But Sami Zayn is just their mule at this point.
Yeah, but they're not main eventers. They're not singles wrestlers. They're just a tag team.
No.
So when he's not there, it just doesn't even make sense.
It's true. Like Evolution had Batista and Randy Orton, two guys that were young up and comers and became huge.
Back then, they became huge stars.
They became huge stars. It's not happening with the Usos.
Yeah.
It's not, happening with Sami. I mean, Sami Zayn's kind of like in that mid-range anyway, where he's always been. He's a great talent, but that's just what he is.
I don't like this advocate shit. It was kind of cool with Brock, but now like I'm just an advocate. No, be the fucking horseman manager. Like be the main guy. Wow. Come out when Roman can't be there. He's probably travels anyway with them, right? If he's still a writer.
Yeah, for sure.
He's probably there.
He's still selling his F5 from Brock.
Come on.
They should just show like Heyman. He's been in the hospital for months.
Yeah, he's just like in the full body cast with a leg up.
Yeah, so he's been. I mean, it's been like what 6 weeks since SummerSlam. So he's been selling it.
Yeah.
I mean, when he comes back, it's got to be with Roman. There's probably going to be some episode where they welcome back the Wise Man and stuff like that,
which gives them like 6 members now. Now we're talking,
right?
If you Sammy's a member,
and Solo's fine, but I mean, he's not. What I've seen in NXT and just on the mic, he's not very captivating. So
he is who we thought he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a good henchman for a group.
Yes,
and he looks like them because they're all related. Like he's a good, what I mean? He's a good guy to add to the group.
Right.
It was perfect how they did, Drew wrong. That's the only way you're going to be able to do him wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get into everything. But first, we have to thank some new patrons. We got 5 this week. So thank you to Troy.
Hey.
Thank you to fans of Tom.
I'm a fan of Tom.
Me too.
Now I am.
Yes. If you give us money, we'll be fans of you.
Yeah.
Kyle Johnston.
This is a first time for him?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Welcome.
Yes.
Nice.
You know Kyle Johnston?
He's like one of the guys that communicates
okay.
a lot with us. I thought didn't he communicate with everybody?
There could be more than one.
It's a common name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Not Inside Us.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess for once that's true. And then James Berg, a special shout out to him because he did a year sub.
Boom.
You want to save some money?
Save
do
that
the year
money.
sub. You know you're going to stick around for a while. Come on.
You're going to be here.
You're going to be here.
How many months? You save 1 month or 2?
2 months.
2 months?
Just about, yeah.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
Why not?
$5 a month, you want to save a couple months, then do the year sub, patreon.com/what's wrong with wrestling. And you're going to be here a while because there's so much content. You're going to need longer than a month. I mean, there's fucking, oh my God, there's probably almost 1,000 episodes on there. I mean, there's weekly AEW recaps, all the pay-per-views, classic episodes of Raw, SmackDown, and classic pay-per-views. We also got a shit ton of brackets, everyone's favorite brackets. If you've never signed up, as soon as you do sign up, go check out the worst promo bracket 1.
Yes.
And then the worst promo bracket 2.
Yes.
Because I've never laughed harder in my life.
It's amazing. There's a bunch of them that we like, but start with those.
Yeah. And then we've also recapped movies like Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies. Quite possibly the worst movie ever made. I don't know about that. Quite possibly. A lot of bad movies. It's really, really bad. But again, for $5, how would everyone else in this world has gone up. Yeah. Andrew. Yeah, you guys must be big fans of his. I told him to go to $7.50. But for $5, just sign up. It's month to month. And if you love the content, then just keep going. Right? If you listen to it all in a month, good for you. You got busy. And then there's always new stuff coming.
But there's always new stuff coming.
Of course.
$5.
We have a special one to do this month.
Easy peasy.
A lot of our fans, if you are a patron, you could submit your own bracket idea. You could even submit. We've taken requests before from our patrons. You know, we might do one of our fans' brackets this month.
We've done it before.
There's a few good ones. So go sign up, give it a try. Patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. And then the last thing I want to plug is we're now doing watch parties, public watch parties of Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown. So 3 times a week. And it's really easy. You just go to getplayback.com/room/www. And you create an account, log in with your TV provider, and watch Raw and SmackDown and Dynamite with us. Trust me, it goes down a lot easier.
It's fun.
When you have people to watch. You can chat with us, and we'll answer your questions, you know. And
it's like we're all shitting on it together as one happy family.
It's true.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so SmackDown opens with a 6-man tag. We have Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch, who looks like Pete Dunne.
Yeah. He dressed as Pete Dunne, like cosplay.
Cosplaying as Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Very
I remember
interesting.
that guy. Yeah.
And they're facing off against Imperium.
Yeah.
And when
I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
That's right.
We have.
Well, so Imperium, the music hits. And at first you're like, oh my God, they have their own music back. But it only plays for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the new music that they have. It's... Oh, no, it's not even that. It's the very beginning. And then it just plays the new music that they have. So it's like, why not just do the whole thing?
And then, like, that
Isn't that a royalty-free song
it's gotta
anyway?
Be. I was going to say that. It's got to be at this point.
Yeah.
So why not play that? It's amazing. Just like Flair's or Macho Man's.
It's fucking Beethoven, right? Isn't it Beethoven? No one owns Beethoven. So,
Nobody.
yeah, of course.
Nobody.
Just fucking do it already.
Yeah.
Why do the first part and then... I don't know.
It's such a great song.
It's like when Sammy comes out and you hear like the first 10 seconds of his old song and then this new shitty generic rock music plays.
Yeah, and you're like, whenever he goes back to being a face, will we hear the old music? Is it... Remember when
I don't know.
people used to have 2 songs? One for being a bad guy, one for being a good guy? Like Finn Balor clearly will go back to his regular song, sped up, right?
But the great thing about Sammy was, like, I hated him as a face dancing to that music. Then when he became a heel, he became obnoxious.
It was amazing.
That he was dancing to that music.
Right.
And I guess it's because they're like, well, we can play 10 seconds of it and not pay for it. I guess that law still applies.
True?
Yeah, I think so.
I still don't... I've said it a million times. How do you not buy the music that they're interested? Like, I don't get it. How do you not go? We're paying you to come up with music for wrestlers. We're buying the music.
Well, I think if you're the artist, you'd rather do it that way. And if you're like, well, do you want us to do it or not?
WWE's been around for 50 fucking years.
They didn't have the Hardys music. That's why Jeff Hardy is able to come out to that music in AEW.
You're right.
I mean, it's good for the artists. It surely protects them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard this, but if MJF ever comes along and switches teams, he could take that music with him.
Well, Cody showed us that.
Well, Cody, I mean, that was Cody. Like, got someone to make that song for him. Obviously, it wasn't. He had that music for a while. I think on the Indies. No, but MJF
their own music or what?
No. MJF's song is royalty free on YouTube. It's a YouTube.
Shut the fuck up.
It's YouTube music. Yeah.
It's
fucking awesome.
It's perfect.
And if he did that on purpose, that's brilliant. He's like, yeah, I'll probably switch companies a few times.
You know he wants to. He's like us. He's a huge wrestling mark. How do you not want to main event? Cody left WWE, but still wants to main event WrestleMania because that's your lifelong dream.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
He left to make himself a bigger deal.
Right.
And then he's back and he's like, well, yeah, I mean, I did this to win the title my dad never could.
Oh.
So, Butch and Gunther fight each other for the first time since they've gotten name changes.
Oh, right.
You know, Pete Dunne and Walter. Now it's Butch and Gunther. Yeah. You tell me which one sounds worse.
It's not
or better.
Right.
Gunther, someone was like pointed out that Gunther in an interview recently said that he doesn't want to go back to Walter. It's like, well, maybe it's because he's just tired of switching names so fucking often. It becomes ridiculous.
Or maybe because the puppet was telling him what to say.
Yeah, right. You want to be a company
master.
A company man.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure Triple H doesn't like that he was changed to Gunther and Pete Dunne was changed to Butch and like half the roster lost their fucking first names.
When Imperium came out when, you know, and it was like, oh my God, Imperium's back.
Yeah.
It was like 95% in my mind that he was going to say Walter. That's why we were
For sure. We were marking out.
We were like, say it. It's like, how do you not?
Kaiser's wearing all black.
How do you not? Right.
Kaiser's all black. And then, there's Fabian Ike. Sorry, Da Vinci.
Yeah, but whatever. Yeah.
Vinny Da Vinci.
Right. Da Vinci.
Oh, God, ridiculous.
How do you not go
Kaiser
back to
got a Nazi name. It's fucking. And Gunther was gonna have a last name until they realized that the name they gave him was a Nazi. There was some I forgot what it was now, but there was a Gunther something. He was like, oh no, he was a high-ranking Nazi.
Yeah.
And Vince is like, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
A Nazi. He's a bad guy.
Let's put a Nazi symbol right on his chest. Tattooed Vince. I mean, he's never going to be a good guy. Fuck him. Okay, yeah, it's in the contract.
Tattoo it to his. I want the middle of it. No, you inglorious bastards! Carve it into his head,
right on his face.
Carve it right onto his head. Where's Brad Pitt? Sir, that was a movie. Yeah. Movie? What's a movie? What's a movie? No Holds Barred? That was a documentary. Damn it!
Jesus.
We just got Tiny Tom Lister and Hogan. They just fought each other.
Like it's kayfabe is so dead. Can we admit that?
Of course.
Kayfabe is dead. Like they bust through it so many times, even just to make a joke. Every time John Cena comes back, I feel like he breaks kayfabe. You know?
Oh yeah, he does.
And Kevin Owens has done it a little bit, and Drew McIntyre's even done it, right?
Everyone does it.
So just to say Walter and have the announcers go, well, look who's back.
That's what they did on NXT when they changed his name. The ring announcer said the winner Walter, and then he grabs the mic and he goes, the winner is Gunther, with no explanation.
None. Yeah. What?
And that sucked. No one would care. They should all change their names back.
And Walter, like
Vinny did it. Giovanni, Vinci. What the? Are you a magician?
Guys are different names in NXT. You know what I mean? When they're on the main roster, why can't you just say Fabian Eichner? Why? That's who he is on the main roster. You change Butch's name, you sons of bitches. You could just change names. You can do whatever you want. If Pete Dunne showed up in NXT like some of these other guys are doing, what would his name be? Call it.
Butch. I don't know.
Son of a bitch.
It was weird because he was on a recent episode. They didn't say his name, but he like wished Tyler Bate, good luck in his match against Braun Breaker, which I'm pretty sure he lost. But anyways, Butch went on a roll for a while in this match, and then Gunther gave him a big chop. Later, Butch made the hot tag to Sheamus, who is now a babyface.
Like, they're really pushing him.
And I hate that. And I don't remember where SmackDown was, but they cheered. Yeah. They cheered very loudly when people like Sheamus. It's a phenomenon that Joe and I have been, wondering about for fucking 15 years now.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Sheamus did the beats of the Bowery to Kaiser like a million times.
When we saw him
counted to 50.
When we saw him win the Rumble, we were like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, seriously.
Like, wait, who is this guy? What the fuck is going on? And everyone's cheering for this guy?
Yeah.
Look, he's not the worst wrestler of all time.
Well,
he's not.
He wasn't on the bracket. That's true.
He's a big, thick guy. He's not horrible on the mic. Like, he's your average guy who got pushed to the main event. But, like, still? Isn't this like when Big Show, like 3 years before Big Show left, isn't he getting like kind of that?
I mean, he never looked cool. He had the orange hair like the Muppet, and then he did the mohawk, and then everyone said you look stupid.
Yeah.
And what has he got now? He's back to just the hair, right? Or is he
spiky?
Still
spiky.
He doesn't have the mohawk anymore.
No,
I don't think so.
Just spiky hair.
Spiky hair. So everyone ended up brawling.
And they keep saying that he hasn't gotten this title.
Yeah.
The U.S.
No.
Intercontinental.
I see. Yeah.
I think they screwed that up and said the U.S.
Did they?
On TV, because I was like,
I mean, they obviously meant IC because they're talking because it's Gunther.
He's feuding with him.
And I guess he's gonna get a rematch.
I'm thinking he's taking it off of him.
Yeah,
to make him a Grand Slam.
To give him that moment, and then okay, you could retire. Great.
Yeah. Or Gunther just beats him right
We'll have
back.
3 matches or something.
Yeah.
So this match was good. I liked the brawling. It was chaotic and entertaining. In the end, Vinci and Kaiser hit the Imperial Bomb on Holland for the win.
Yeah.
So I mean, that doesn't help Sheamus get a rematch.
But it was okay.
Yeah, it was better than most of your 6-man tags, that's for sure. Next up, we have an in-ring promo from Sami Zayn and the Usos, and they welcome the newest member to the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa. And Sikoa comes out. He embraces his brothers.
Solo Uso?
Solo Uso.
Oos?
I mean, he's their younger
Solo
brother.
Reigns. No? Solo Reigns. No?
He's sticking with Sikoa.
Okay. Different mom.
I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows?
Different dad, obviously.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
So Sammy wants a hug, but he's denied. And then, no, I mean, they've said that they're just brothers. I don't think it's a different mom. But Sikoa grabs a mic and he says, "You come for my family and I come for you. You create problems and I finish them. Solo Sikoa is here to stay, and the bloodline just got bigger and stronger."
For sure.
And then
very much.
Drew McIntyre comes out with a chair. Sammy and the Usos leave the ring, but Sikoa stays. Drew hits Sikoa with the chair from outside the ring, but then he gets in and he goes for a big chair shot. But Sammy gets back in. He pushes Sikoa out of the way and takes the chair shot for him. Why would you even want to be in this group when they don't even protect you? And you just have to be their whipping boy the entire time. I don't get it.
I mean, that's all that happens. He just gets his ass handed to him.
He's like the dork that, joins the cool club, but they just pick on him and treat him like shit the entire time. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah. Why are you here?
Later backstage, though, Sikoa tells Sammy, "Who said you were the man? He was right. I appreciate the help out there." And then Sammy says, "Roman knows what he's talking about," but Jay's still like, "Man, fuck this guy."
Fuck this guy.
So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Rikishi is his dad, so
that's the dad of all of them?
Well, of the Usos and Sikoa. Yeah.
So the name wouldn't be different.
Well, yeah, their last name isn't actually Uso.
No, I know, but I mean, even, like, it just says Anoy.
Right.
Is, like, everyone's last name. Rosie, obviously. Anyway, yeah.
Rosie.
Roman's brother. Remember Rosie?
Oh, yeah. Right, of course. So next up we have Toxic Attraction versus Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. Thank you.
Yep.
A few minutes of the match, Gigi Dolan gave Aaliyah a Bronco Buster, so that was
not
nice. Bad.
Yeah, we all busted.
Raquel then hits JC Jane with the Tahana Bomb for the win, and Aaliyah kisses her a bunch after the match because thanks for the meal ticket.
Yeah, the video Eric sent us where she slaps her butt and then she tries to kiss her on the mouth.
Yes.
And Raquel turns away.
Right.
Like, she clearly tried to just make out with her.
She did.
So, good for her.
I mean, look,
she's
obviously...
she's trying to bring back HLA. Where's Bischoff?
Right, yeah. Next up, we have Ronda Rousey versus Sonya Deville versus Xia Li versus Natalya versus Lacey Evans. And,
where
the hell have you been? Lacey Evans.
At least a couple of those names. Xia Li.
Yes,
been missing.
Especially Lacey. I don't think we've seen her since Vince raped the last person.
And they hit like American music and show a flag, and I'm supposed to boo this person.
Yeah,
I'm booing the American flag.
And it's funny because I mean she's had this music, but it's been a while, and it's like, oh, let's see, what is she returning as? And she goes for a high five, and then fuck you.
And then she slaps her ass, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, the attitude's the same. I'm like,
right.
Well, who cares?
Yeah. So this is a fatal 5-way elimination match to decide a number one contender for Liv Morgan.
Thank you for making it elimination match.
Yes.
It always makes it a little bit better.
Yes. Liv Morgan was watching from the unsold seats.
Yeah.
Very high up.
Very high up.
Some sort of skybox.
She had her own suite.
She did.
No food or anything.
And she looked great. She looked great up there.
She was my best dressed until I saw someone else that really impressed me.
Okay.
A new champion of that award for me.
Oh, wow.
First time ever.
I wonder who he is. So then, but no, one of the good things about the Triple H era is that we're having matches to decide who gets title shots again.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Even if it's going to be the same 5 women every month fighting each other to see who gets
Ronda again. It's like, what are we doing here?
But no, if you didn't see it last week, the night before Clash at the Castle, Adam Pearce turned heel, or I guess a couple weeks ago. He turned heel and he called Ronda a bitch, so she put him in an arm bar.
So is she a face again?
And Michael Cole said Ronda was disciplined internally.
Yes, she was.
But Adam Pearce, he's just taking a leave, I guess, because his arm's broken, or I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hopefully he can leave
forever,
because he's like the worst.
He's the worst.
He's like the worst.
You can't call a heel woman a bitch?
No.
Okay.
And I guess he's not the worst because I guess Vicky was the worst, but he's No personality from this fucking guy. And he's been in this authority position for years.
You know, I hate
already.
Pierce so much that I would like to recite a line that I wish Cena never said when Edge was about to be murdered by Seth Rollins.
It's true.
Bring back the authority.
Right.
Bring him back.
back the authority. That's contract.
Because we get Triple H with Stephanie.
That's true.
And sometimes Shane. So
Right.
I would take that right now.
That's true, yeah.
Maybe he'll bring back a stable.
I've said this before. If only he just crossed his fingers behind his back when he said it.
When he said what?
Right, bring back the authority.
Oh, right.
So at the time, we were happy they were gone.
Yeah.
Because every Raw, I would start with Stephanie. And this was like, blah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So Ronda makes Natalya tap to the armbar. Then she makes Lacey tap to the armbar while Sonya makes Xia Li tap out at the same time. This was like... It just really became a Ronda versus Sonya match.
It did. And it
it
became
kinda
a
was
UFC match. Ooh,
right.
they kept talking about it. I was like, no, if I want to watch UFC, I'll watch UFC.
Yeah.
Okay? We're watching pro wrestling, guys.
Yeah.
And they made it all about moves for a little bit. I was like,
Sonya gets behind Ronda and she puts her in a choke, but Ronda rolls out of the ring and slams Sonya into the barricade. That was nice.
Sure.
Back in the ring, Ronda hits the Piper's Pit and makes Sonya tap to the ankle lock.
Tap to
and then after the match, Ronda yells at Liv from the ring while the champ holds up her belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's run it back.
So later backstage, Shayna congratulates Ronda on her win. But then Ronda says, let me know when you want to break some bones and take over the show again. So I don't know. I mean, Ronda's a face because she comes out and they still cheer her. They're going to scissor?
No. My bad. That's on me. No, I mean, like, I'd love to see them form a group. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Marina
Shafir is botching all over AEW right now. She can't be bothered.
And who's the other one?
Jessamine Duke.
Jessamine Duke.
I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah. Jessamine Duke is easily the worst out of all of them athletically, right?
Marina's really bad.
Yeah, she's pretty bad.
She's really bad.
We always wanted to see horsewoman versus horsewoman, but
yeah,
I guess.
But the other two can't wrestle.
Yeah,
they're not very.
Maybe they can form another group of a couple of people or something. Because that would still be amazing. But
I think Marina needed more time in the performance center, and then she got released, and then AEW's like, well, just do what you can do, or try and fail. But yeah, next up we have the Maximum Male Models and Los Lotharios versus the Street Profits and Hit Row.
So we have a rule.
Yeah.
I'm just going to spoil this right now. When Maximum Male Models and Hit Row are in the same segment, it's automatically the worst moment.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a
you
good
jumped
point.
The shark right there.
We got Maxine, and B-Fab ringside. God. I mean, why can't we just have like Maxine and B-Fab do something?
Yes.
You know?
They kind of did.
Mud wrestle.
They kind of got into a little.
They did.
Scurry.
Top Dollar teases diving out of the ring, but Maxine hops on the apron. B-Fab pulls Maxine off. Max gets in her face, so Top Dollar kicks him. And then Top Donna and Ashanti win with their lame finisher.
Yep.
On Mansoir.
Sure.
Why is this a thing?
Yeah.
Why are either of them a thing?
I know. And what's his name?
Top Dollar?
Massey?
Mansoir?
No, the other one?
Massey, yeah.
Massey. He looked horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never good.
He's the new bi-curious vampire.
We should have never seen him again after Brock F5'd them when he was the commentator.
I know.
Next up, we have an in-ring promo from Alpha Academy. Chad Gable mocks Seattle for losing their basketball team.
That's forever ago.
And they get some heat, and it's like, well, easy, Kevin Owens and Elias.
Yeah.
Because remember when they did that in Seattle?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like Seattle having a basketball team, and then they got the loudest boos in like 10 years.
Right. Right.
That was fucking heat.
Yeah.
So eventually, Gable is interrupted by Braun, who has new but similar music.
Again, I don't.
It starts with Braun, but then it's instead of like, it's like, it's just like barely different.
It's almost like he went to another promotion.
Yeah.
And they were like, how much can we make it similar without having to pay for it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Perfect.
They just ripped off CFO money, and they were like, okay, that's fine. That wasn't a great theme anyway.
Yeah.
So Braun powerbombs Gable, and then he powerbombs Otis.
Yep.
Thanks for coming, Braun.
Yeah. Was that a match?
You brought him back.
Right.
Now you're just wasting him as just this face. Like, he's a monster.
He's a monster.
Make him evil.
And like they get shocked that he power bombed Otis.
I get it.
Did they forget that he lifted a Mack fucking truck? That's like 50 Otises.
Oh my God.
What the fuck? Yeah, maybe 100.
Least, yeah.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe you lifted this guy.
He flipped a Mack truck. He flipped an ambulance.
Yeah, like, come on. He's
and then
Superman.
And then
or the Hulk.
And then he struggled to who is it that he struggled to power slam Big Show.
Right. You're like, doesn't really make sense.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't make sense.
He flipped the Mack truck easier than he slammed the Big Show.
Unbelievable.
And I get that right now WWE, they don't have that many top baby faces. So maybe that's why he's a baby face right now. 'Cause especially on the male side.
Is Kevin Owens leaning?
No, he is.
He is now, yeah.
You have Kevin Owens, you have Riddle.
Like active rosters. You can't count Randy because he's gone.
No, like top baby faces.
Yes. I mean, Edge.
Oh, McIntyre.
But he's gone.
McIntyre and
Drew.
Edge.
But
Yeah,
Edge is gone for 6 months.
Maybe. They beat him up every week.
It's true. But they did. They broke his
They broke his leg 2 weeks ago. And then they're like, you have a match next week. What?
Yeah, that's
I don't. Yeah, but I think maybe he's gone this time. But yeah, I mean, 3 or 4 at the most.
Lashley.
Oh, God, I guess.
Shame. You're right. No, you're right. They're lacking faces.
Yeah, they are.
They're lacking faces.
Yeah. Next up, we have the main event: Drew McIntyre versus Solo Sikoa. Drew cut an angry promo backstage before the match. Very angry at Solo.
Very angry here.
Which is funny because we saw Clash at the Castle.
Yep.
He wasn't mad at the end of the pay-per-view.
No, he was singing and dancing.
He was so happy.
High-fiving.
So he took him a week. He thought about it. And he was like, you know what? That was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Wait, he cost me the title.
I mean, Tyson Fury is such a likable guy.
Yeah.
How do you get mad in that moment?
Right.
Then he when he left and he went home without the belt, he went, oh,
Fuck.
Right.
Hey, Tyson won't return my calls now.
Damn it.
Damn
Yes.
So Sam and the Usos kept interfering, but the Street Profits ran out to even the odds, and Ford dove on everyone.
Yeah.
Again,
Why?
Why? They were in earlier in the match, or early in the night. They already had a match.
And what is their connection to Drew? Just one
Nothing.
time
It's
they
just
kinda
fuck the
high-fived?
Usos again. We've already seen the Street Profits and the Usos fight each other a million times. They had an
times.
amazing Money in the Bank match. You can't top that.
Right. Should have been
Move
the
on.
WrestleMania match. Whatever. You screwed up a couple months late, but
So in the end, Drew claymores Sikoa out of the ring, but then Karrion Kross grabs Drew from behind and puts him in the Cross jacket, and
he locked it in so hard he messed with the production trucks.
yeah,
He knocked the color out of the show.
that's what he does.
What the fuck?
The black and white screen.
So stupid.
And Drew tries to fight out of it, but he can't, and he passes out while Scarlett like kneels before them, and like, I mean, she looked great,
Sure.
but she was busting nuts.
Yes.
She was like orgasmic.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'd be so great if they were TV 14 and Scarlett just starts making out with Cross while he's choking out Drew.
Yeah. Or just lick his face, lick
Yeah.
Drew's face.
And they're just like, oh, these people are sick.
Right. Right.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, Goldust, that was still PG-14. And he fucking humped every guy that he fought.
I hated Goldust.
Every single guy.
Him and Mankind would knock out the Undertaker, and then
Hump him.
Goldust would like fuck Taker's mouth. Yeah, it was. I hated him as a kid.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Raw. We open with Monday Night Rollins.
Okay.
Seth brags about beating Riddle at Clash at the Castle.
Yep.
He says Riddle wants a rematch, but he's not interested. The fans chant rematch, so Seth yells at them. I always like when Seth yells at the crowd. He's like, I just said I'm not doing a rematch.
Yeah.
He says it's been far too long since I've held championship gold. And this is what he's been saying for months.
Long time.
But every time he does, someone interrupts him, and it's usually Riddle. So Riddle comes out, he says, bro, but then he just slides in the ring and attacks Seth. They fight in the crowd, but Seth rakes Riddle's eyes and runs to the back. And then Finn Balor and Damian Priest come out and offer...
First music hits, and then for a second I'm like, is this a debut? Oh, no, it's that shitty Judgment
Yeah.
Day music.
Right.
Yep.
So Balor and Priest, they offer Riddle a spot in the Judgment Day.
And they're like, you know me. You know us.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, we all do.
Balor says, you've seen how much Dominic has grown since joining us. And we're like, have we?
It's been a week.
He somehow looks worse.
I don't think he's gotten better.
And then Priest tells Riddle, me, you, and Rhea go way back. And Riddle says, I'm focused on Seth right now. And he turns them down. So Balor threatens him. Balor's like, you're either with us or you're in our way. Well, you got that one. A little confused that line there a little bit.
You're either with
I get
us
it. He's not.
or next us. Or what was the line that Wade Barrett used to use?
You're either next us or against us. Yeah. But I mean, Balor's not from this country, so they probably have some Irish saying that's similar to that.
Right.
So Riddle knees Balor in the face and clotheslines Priest out of the ring. So we have Matt Riddle versus Finn Balor. Priest keeps interfering, so Rey Mysterio comes out to stop him and chases him to the back. Priest didn't realize that he's half his size. Nope. Why am I running away from him?
From afar, he looks bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
Him.
Balor missed the coup de grace. Riddle hit the draping DDT and set up for the RKO, but then Seth runs out and distracts him, which allows Balor to take advantage and hit the coup de grace for the win.
I've never seen someone climbing the ladder of success so much and lose every other week like Riddle. Like he takes the loss here?
Always
to loses. Judgment Day? What? I don't give a fuck that Seth distracted.
And now they're calling it the coup de grace again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it was the coup de grace for so long. I mean, I get it. You could pronounce it either way, but
I guess
stick to one.
Right.
After the match, Seth gave Riddle a curb stomp, and he yelled, "It's over, Riddle. Move on." Later, backstage, Rollins tells Kevin Patrick, "You don't mess with the face of Monday Night Raw." So then Bobby Lashley walks up, and he's like, "Oh, well, unless you have this, you're not the face."
Glasses?
In glasses. Yeah, he looks so scary. So Rollins challenges Lashley for the United States Championship for next week, and Lashley accepts. We all know what's going to happen.
Riddle's going to interfere.
Riddle's going to fuck with Seth, and then he's going to lose.
So stupid.
Probably take a spear instead of tapping out.
And what's the next? Extreme Rules?
Extreme Rules.
So these two again at Extreme Rules with Riddle going over.
That's not till... Is there an Extreme Rules? When is Extreme Rules?
It's October,
right?
Yeah.
So there's no September... Or I guess, no, Clash was the beginning of September. Yeah. So, still a ways away.
Yeah.
And I mean, really, we're talking about getting these belts off Roman. We also need to get this fucking U.S. belt off of Lashley. I mean, come on. He was only interesting as a bad guy with MVP with him in a stable.
Right.
And they took everyone away.
Yeah.
And now he's by himself. He's the smiling babyface idiot that he was when he first showed up.
Horrible.
My
Just
God.
when the Hurt Business was interesting.
Just cut Omos.
Destroyed it.
You know he can't wrestle. Why is he still on this show?
Yeah. You brought back Braun? Okay. You have a monster back.
You have a monster. He can actually do things.
Future endeavored. Omos.
Cut your losses.
And he comes back on and does like
This
a
guy is
1-on-2
trash.
match again. Like this was like, what? We're going backwards with Omos?
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Well, he's going backwards.
Well,
he can't wrestle.
No.
Next up, we have Dakota Kai and Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah for the women's tag titles. At least after this match, we don't have to see Raquel and Aaliyah wrestle twice a week anymore.
Or Aaliyah attempt to make out with Raquel.
I mean, especially Aaliyah. She's so bad.
Yeah. Hot, though.
Very hot. Backstage before the match, Sarah Schreiber interviewed Damage Control. And her question, she did ask a question, so there's points for that.
Yeah.
But her question was, what does this WWE Women's Tag Team Championship rematch mean to you?
I'll hang up and listen.
Yeah. I think it means that if they win, they're the champs. I think that's what that means.
Well, is it for the titles?
Yes.
Oh, then yes. That is correct.
Also, when the ring announcer introduced Dakota and Io, Bayley clapped, and she was like, "Come on, idiots," to the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bayley. I'm glad she's back. And, yeah, Aaliyah is the worst. Towards the end of the match, Aaliyah rolled up Dakota Kai.
Keep hitting it while you're taking
And Dakota kicked out. She kicked out of a roll-up, and Aaliyah lost her fucking mind. She couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
She's like, what? But that's my finisher.
Right, that is her finisher.
That's my finishing move.
I can't blame her.
She lost her fucking... She could not believe that Dakota Kai kicked out of a roll-up. It was unbelievable. Aaliyah then later hit Dakota with an X Factor, which I guess is her legit finisher.
I guess.
And she goes for the pin, but Bailey put Kai's foot on the bottom rope. Yeah, I mean, Aaliyah would be the perfect Divas champion back in the day.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Can't wrestle, could do like 2 things.
Like a panties match.
Looks great. Yeah.
Sure.
Then Dakota, I'm sorry. Then Bailey, so Bailey interfered. Aaliyah kicks Bailey. Raquel grabs her. Io hits Raquel with the moonsault off the top rope onto Raquel on the outside. Then Dakota did her double knees to Aaliyah's back. And then Aaliyah very dramatically sold it. She popped up and fell down, and Dakota pins her for the win. So we got the new champs.
And new! You see, when it's real, I forget.
And we get pyro. They get pyro for the new champs.
Towards the back, and then, explosions.
And I'm just like, why didn't they do this the first time?
Yeah.
Did they not want them to be the champs going into that 6-woman tag at Clash?
I don't know.
Because they wanted to focus there? I don't know.
Yeah.
But now, like, what happens with Aaliyah and Raquel? Did they get a rematch? There's
Aaliyah's
still
gone.
not many tag teams.
No.
Even though they had this tournament.
They'll get another match and lose. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Maybe even at, I don't know, next week.
Yeah. So next up we have Chad Gable versus Johnny freaking Wrestling.
This is the only thing I was really excited
First
about.
match since December of last year.
And he did not disappoint.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
And I am worried that Gargano won't be as over on the main roster because he's a little guy with a goofy face. But Portland loved him.
Yeah.
Multiple Johnny Wrestling chants. And man, I missed that slingshot spear of his.
Look.
Love that move.
Yeah, look. If Rey Mysterio could be world champion,
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano can. And it might take a little time, and we can have him win the IC title, bring glory back to the Intercontinental Championship
Yeah.
or something like that.
Maybe.
It'll be fine.
Well, if we have 2 belts again, I could see him winning one of those and holding it for a couple months.
No, look. Cody's
There's
got to
one
be a
champ.
Roman.
I don't think he ever wins that belt.
Ever?
No.
Dude,
If there's
ever's
one.
a long time.
But I don't think
He's
there's
young.
going to be one
Well, he's
champ
not that
for
young.
I don't think there is going to be one champ for long. Like once Roman loses it, they'll split the belts up back again. They just want Roman to have, hold everything.
That's the dumbass thing about putting the belts together in the first place.
Right.
It makes it impossible to separate them.
They've done it so many times where they bring them together and they separate them. They've done it so many fucking times, and it's just
Or they create new titles. They bring them together, then they create new titles.
right.
The Universal Champ. What? Who?
Yeah. But no, this match was really good. Gable went for the flying headbutt, but Johnny moved and locked in the Gargano escape. Gable rolled out of it and put Johnny in the ankle lock, but Johnny eventually got out of it. And then Gargano flipped Gable out of the ring, but Otis saved him, so Johnny suicide dived onto both of them. Otis went after Johnny, but he got a super kick.
Ate it.
And then Gargano hit Gable with the one final beat.
And not only
For
did
the
we
win.
get to see that amazing move,
Yeah.
but Gable obviously is a very good salesman,
Oh, yes.
and he sold it very well.
Absolutely. After the match, Otis goes after Gargano again, but Johnny hits him with 2 more super kicks. And then he gives him the suck it chops
Give me something.
and then rolls out of the ring.
Sure.
That's some renegade shit.
Yeah, that's
Suck
for
it
real.
chops. I think that's got to be the first time we've seen Gargano do suck it.
And they reacted interesting.
Yeah.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, the next couple of seconds is Joe marking out, even though none of this will happen.
When the announcer's like, what did he just like, as if it's setting something up, right? As
Yeah, no
opposed
way.
to just going like, oh yeah, he did the suck it. Remember that? They're like, what? Okay, well, I guess he had a message for Otis. Don't fucking play with my emotions. If Triple H is setting anything up, Kevin Owens and Johnny, and Kevin mentions Johnny.
Jesus.
Those are his
Oh,
first 2
come
guys.
on.
Those are his first 2 guys.
Fuck you for putting this in my head.
Well, I've told you that too before.
That's true.
That's what I mean. That's
There's no way.
Triple H. If you're smart and if you listen to any of this,
You fucking mark!
I gave you a warning before I said
Well,
any
you
of
still
this.
got to push the buttons.
Sure.
Come on.
Yeah.
A new DX faction.
Anything. Sure. It doesn't have to be DX. It could be just a new name it whatever.
The Suck It guys. No, I'm just kidding. We're the Suck It boys.
Owens, Gargano. Give me a third guy. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't.
When you have those 2, bring
Right.
back Bobby Roode like we've been all asking for. Sami Zayn turns on the bloodline and joins them.
What the fuck is Bobby Roode? What the fuck are they doing?
He's not future endeavored, right? Or did they quietly exit him?
No, I mean
before McMahon left.
He's still there. He fucking returned with Ziggler.
Hold on, let me.
And then
see.
he was gone again for wherever.
No, he's TNA champion.
Shit!
We must have missed it.
They didn't even notice.
No,
they're technically still paying him, but they don't even notice he was gone. He just still somehow receives a paycheck. I don't know.
He's like, they're never going to call me. I might as well win titles in Mexico.
Right. So yeah, Gargano he gets away from Gargano escapes from Otis.
Ew.
And then Austin Theory hits Johnny from behind with the Money in the Bank briefcase and takes a selfie.
Fuck that guy.
So we have an in-ring promo from Theory after the commercial break. He continues to trash Gargano, and he gets annoyed by the fans chanting, "What?" So Kevin Owens comes out.
Yes.
And Theory yells at him because I'm the youngest Money in the Bank winner ever, and I'm the future of WWE. And KO says, "You were the hand-picked future, but that's not the case. And that's not how things work anymore." And then KO cuts one hell of a promo.
He's so good.
How many guys in the last 2 decades have come by in WWE that were just like you? Young, chiseled out of stone, full of potential. And how many of those guys
Chris Masters
fizzled out and went nowhere?
I liked him.
Hundreds of them.
Hundreds of Chris Masters.
Elias.
But let me ask you this. How many people
Ezekiel.
like me and Johnny Gargano have come around WWE? And how many of those guys made it to the level we're at? You can count those on one hand because people like you are a dime a dozen, while people like me and Johnny Gargano are 1 in a million. But tonight, this place, these people, they need people like me and Johnny Gargano because we are the heart and soul of this business. But tonight, people like you are the appendix of this business, completely disposable. Jesus! I could say I'm upsetting you. I'm not saying that's the case for you.
Nope.
Because I hope you are everything you claim to be. I hope you are the future of WWE. But I've been watching you. I've been listening to you. I can see how you carry yourself. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think you have what it takes to be the future. You have no. Shut up and listen to me, because I want you to prove me wrong. Come on, prove me wrong. Prove all these people wrong. You know how to do it. You know how to do it. I'll tell you. You stop thinking about the moments that were handed to you, and you start making your own moments. You know how to do that. You check your ego at the door. You look at yourself in the mirror. You realize you're not as good as you think you are, but you let your passion drive you to get better. And more importantly, you leave everything you have in this ring every time you step foot in front of these people. That's how you prove me wrong. That's how you become the future. That's how you become the face of WWE.
Holy shit.
Is it one of those too real promos?
Maybe.
Poor Theory. That's when he kind of
Seriously.
saved it, because he's like, I'm totally burying this guy in real life.
Yeah.
It's like, so you might be.
Right.
You might be.
Yeah.
I hope you are. I love that. I love, like, he's basically like, prove us wrong, dude.
Right.
Because I'm it. I'm going to get pushed to the moon. I'm going to write the perfect situation now.
Why don't you just hand me that briefcase?
How did Kevin Owens not win that damn thing? Imagine him holding that right now. Although he would have burned it by now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So how does Theory respond to that? He flexes and says, "You'll never be like me, Kevin."
Yeah.
That's all they gave him. I mean, like, I don't know.
Why not just hit him immediately? I would have punched him in the mouth.
Well, that's what Owens did. He slapped the shit out of Theory, and they start fighting. Officials try to separate them, but with no luck. KO goes for a stunner, but Theory rolls out of the ring and retreats. And Theory's nose was bleeding.
Yeah.
So Owens yelled, "That broken nose is just the beginning, bitch!" I don't think it was really broken, but
I hope so.
Yeah, they have it's Theory and Owens next week.
Just next week.
I think they've wrestled a few weeks ago though, where Owens beat him. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But they're doing that again. I don't know where Gargano fits in all this. Maybe he'll just help Owens win or something. I don't know.
If Owens,
Well, I guess it would make
chops
sense for
Theory.
eventually Sammy to join them if they did have
That's
a
what
group.
I said.
right?
Yeah, I said he'd be like the fourth member
Okay, yeah.
after they add like one more. Like
But
Riddle?
like,
How about Riddle?
You know, you
Fuck.
watch Rollins is still a really good promo, but Kevin Owens is like, you know, he's the baby face. He's given all this passion and everything. Then you have MJF and AEW, and I'm just like, we better get a KO MJF feud one day. That would be like a crime if we didn't get that.
It would be music to our ears.
So hopefully MJF comes over to WWE,
Yeah.
not vice versa. Because I trust Triple H a hell of a lot more than I trust Tony Khan.
Yeah, well,
And it used to be the opposite. It used to be the opposite when Vince was in
that
charge.
fucking guy.
So next up, we have Bianca Belair issuing an open challenge. I thought this was interesting because obviously she's going to fight Bayley soon.
Right.
But she's like, "Hey, I'm issuing an open challenge." I'm like, "Who's returning?" We heard Emma Tennille Dashwood, right? She's done with TNA. Maybe she'll come back, or like there's plenty of people that could return.
We were in Portland.
In Portland,
Could have been Lita.
That's right.
Or, she's up in there.
Lita could have been the
Pacific
Kielbasa. I think the
Northwest.
Kielbasa Queen was from Portland.
Very nice. Very nice. Still searching.
But no, there's plenty of women that could return and do, and it was like, okay, they're not going to beat Belair, but that's cool. Like, they're back.
Yeah, they get a nice little moment.
And Wilds do this,
Right.
but then it's Sonya Deville.
Didn't she just lose?
She just lost. She just lost on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Why would we even think this would be interesting? Yeah. Sonya bitches that Belair got her fired from her authority position. It's like, so you'd rather be doing that?
You'd rather not be wrestling as a wrestler?
And I don't even remember that, by the way, but yeah.
That she
Belair got her fired?
Oh,
Would she beat her in a match and then you're fired?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Pierce fired her, but I don't remember.
So Belair says, this is an open challenge, not an open mic. So we have Sonya versus Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. This was slow and boring.
Yeah.
I blame Sonya.
Really slow.
Because we know Belair can go with the right opponent. Sonya jumped off the second rope and hit Belair with a really awkward knee strike. And Belair barely kicked out. It didn't, none of that seemed right. But eventually, Bianca hits the KOD for the win. After the match, Bayley comes out talking trash, and then all of Damage Control attacks her. But then Asuka and Alexa Bliss run out and make the save.
This is still a thing?
They're still a thing, I guess, yeah. Alexa and Asuka, I guess they're going to be fighting. But didn't they already fight them?
Yeah.
I mean, just a 2-on-2 tag match. But I guess when you don't have many women's tag teams, but then why do you even have these tag team titles in the first place? That's the
Asuka and
problem.
Bliss will challenge them?
Yeah, but they also fought in the tournament.
Yeah.
So
Poor Bliss.
probably.
She's a great champion.
Poor all of them, really. Poor Asuka, too. Asuka's really good on her own.
Yeah.
So they clear the ring of the tag champs, and Bayley's left all alone. Asuka and Alexa don't let Bayley leave, and then Belair gives Bayley a big spine buster. But
for the greats, like a Triple H or a Randy Orton or even a KO, right?
Yeah.
Like they're kind of playing second fiddle for a little bit. You're like, it's just a matter of time before you know what they want. They want to be champion. So they're going to swerve. They're going to turn on that person. They always do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, Bliss, you're happy in this shitty side role? Like, why haven't you turned on Bianca yet and challenged her?
I mean, I would love to see the Goddess go over to SmackDown,
Yeah.
fight Liv. Wouldn't be the best match, but could be some interesting promos from. I mean, we've seen Alexa; she's really good on the
I'd
mic.
be fine with Liv losing to Alexa, the Goddess. Yeah.
Sure, just burn all those fucking dolls and let's get to it already.
Burn him in a fire.
So next up, we have Omos versus two jobbers.
Who are you?
And
Back to this shit again.
as almost like a gift from God, the feed cuts out and technical difficulties appear. And when's the last time we've seen that? It says Raw USA technical difficulties.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was like, perfect. Keep this up for the next 2 minutes.
Whereas Triple H would be like, this is more entertaining. Put that on the screen. A sign.
But I was like, what technical difficulties? Like, I wonder what happened. Poison. You're not going to get to see my monster. We don't want to see.
Or
The following statements by Joe Pisano is him marking out. None of this will probably happen.
it's the first kind of Bray Wyatt thing where he's interfering with,
That'd be cool.
the magic is interfering.
Yeah.
Like, that then next week the lights go out for no reason.
True.
And everyone's like,
Certainly done that before.
the Wyatt family.
You're really setting yourself up for massive
the Wyatt. Why
disappointment.
don't I write for this fucking company? The Wyatt family comes back. You've got a Kevin Owens Gargano stable forming.
You'd also have to be like the agent.
Make wrestling great again.
You'd also have to be the guy that reaches out to Bray, convinces him to come back.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming, but you never know. Sure.
But no, you're setting yourself up for like a massive disappointment. Oh yeah. My God, you just made 2 stables up in your head that probably aren't coming true.
You have the song queued up.
It's not queued up, but I could hold on.
It's so good.
I mean, it's better than playing this fucking or talking about this fucking match. That's for sure. But yeah.
You fucking Mark! You fucking Mark!
Right. I thought of more lyrics for that song, but it's like, it's at the part where it's like, and you'll never make, instead of tear me apart, you'll never make me a mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, Omos gave one of them the shittiest Cobra clutches you'll ever see.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, he's learning some wrestling moves.
Yeah.
And then Omos wins. Does anyone care?
No.
No.
Not at all.
An MVP. Hey.
Yeah, there
We
he
aligned
is.
you with this guy.
I feel bad for MVP.
You're done.
What does that say?
Yeah.
I feel bad for MVP. My God.
Hey, Paul. What's up, my man? Listen, remember when me and Lashley were together? Things were good.
Remember that was,
Let's do that.
you loved it.
Yeah.
Like, you loved it.
Yeah, we would hurt people for business.
Your father-in-law hated it for some reason. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because 4 black men were being successful and everyone was over.
Yeah, everyone's over for sure.
Next up, we have an exclusive interview with The Miz. This was earlier in the week at his home.
Yeah.
And his kids are there. Maurice
Someone
is
called
there.
this that we'd see him at his house and we'd have a Loomis.
Well, I think
segment.
that's what Eric said. Like, have them
Put him on the show, on their
like
show.
filming an episode of Miz and Mrs.
That'd be kind of cool.
But this was an interview where Miz is still worried about Dexter, but Maurice tells him, "Oh, he would never come here." And we see Loomis watching from the window behind him. Miz and Maurice eventually leave to go to some, show or whatever. And then we see that Dexter is now inside their house.
Yes.
So this is the second time someone has broken into Miz's house.
It happens.
And I
He
mean,
needs to
if
get
it
some
is like,
security.
look, if it is that'd be a great, little nod to Bray Wyatt as well. Break into the Miz's house. We still don't know why Dexter is obsessed with the Miz.
No.
Hopefully, we'll get an answer at some point.
He doesn't talk.
But he doesn't talk. That's true. So we probably won't.
What does Bray Wyatt care about the Miz?
I don't know.
Just that he's like a WWE institution at this point, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Finally, we have the main event of Raw: Edge versus Dominic Mysterio. Oh, Dominic.
Are you going to play this?
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
I need one bad audio every week to play at the beginning of the show.
I don't want my ears to bleed again.
This is Dominic's cringy video promo. Again, video promo that they pre-recorded.
Yeah.
And this is how it went.
He's still
Jefe, Dad,
Yeah, we know Hefe's dad.
I know you're disappointed,
Jefe,
but that's too bad.
no, my son.
Because this is my life,
Tranquilo.
not yours.
Te amo.
Instead of being upset with me, you should look in the mirror
No,
and ask yourself,
¿Por qué?
why?
No,
Why you never bothered to just get to know me?
mi corazón.
Why? Instead of trying to teach me, you didn't just
Ay, caramba.
ask me what I wanted for my career.
You never got me that toy I wanted.
But for such a tiny man,
He has bigger muscles than you.
you cast a large shadow.
He would kick your ass.
And then Ripley
And
whispers in
I'm
his
done
ear.
living under it.
Here it comes.
I'm not your baby boy anymore.
This is the best part.
Soy un hombre. I'm a man.
Sure you are. I'm a man. Take a hint from your dad who did steroids. I mean, your dad still has bigger muscles than you do, dude.
You know what?
Like, go lift some weights.
You know what a real man never has to say? I'm a man.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
That was horrible.
Ripley
Award nominee.
Sorry, Miss Ripley.
Yeah.
Pegs me every night and tells me what a big boy I am.
Oh my God.
So later in the show, Ray tries to talk to Dominic and he warns him against facing Edge. You don't know what he can do. But Dominic ignores him. And then Rhea walks up and tells Ray he's not your little boy anymore. Poppy knows best, and Poppy knows that he's all man now. Ray also begged Edge not to face his son. But
what is
Edge,
that about? That I don't get. If your son wants to be a pro wrestler, and let's say Edge was the champion, and let's say Dominic wanted a shot at the champion, he wouldn't fight Edge?
Well, he was, yeah, but he was like, Edge is dangerous. He could kill you.
Stop.
You're just a little bitch.
You're
son.
a little baby boy bitch.
So Edge tells Ray, look, Dominic needs to pay for what he did. I know you can't do it, so isn't it better that it's me?
It's true.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So, all right. It's match time. Dominic has an evil, slow version of his dad's music. It's like, booyaka, booyaka, 666.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edge dominated early on, beating Dominic up outside the ring. He threw Dominic back in, but then Ripley knocked Edge off the apron while the ref was not looking.
Yeah.
So Dominic got to take over for a while. Dominic did the Three Amigos, and Corey Graves said, an homage to his uncle, Eddie Guerrero. I was like, well, I mean, kayfabe? What?
Yeah.
It's his father.
It's his father.
This is Raw.
We proved it.
It's his biological father.
Yes.
Dominic hit a frog splash that Edge kicked out of. Edge ended up trapping Dominic in the ropes and punching him a whole bunch. Then he charged at Dominic. I don't know what he was going to do, kick him or spear him or something.
Down.
Put him down.
Yeah, kick his head.
But then Ray gets in
No.
the ring and grabs Edge, stops Edge from doing it.
Ring the bell.
No DQ from the ref.
No. He's like, wait, hold on. I have the book here. It says, when two faces interact in a ring, it's not a
right.
disqualification.
Yeah.
It says it right here.
So then Edge pushes Ray. Damian Priest pulls Ray out of the ring. And then Balor attacks Edge, and now it's a DQ.
But like Edge watches Ray get destroyed by...
And he's like, fuck him.
He's like,
You know?
you played your cards, motherfucker.
Right. So Edge fought off Balor until Ripley hit his leg with a chair, and then they handed the chair to Dominic, and he hit Edge's leg over and over. And then Balor jumped off the top rope and gave Edge's leg a coup de grace.
Right.
Or coup de grace.
Yes.
And the Judgment Day stands tall to end the show.
Coup de grace.
But they did this a few weeks ago where they fucked up his leg, and then he was wrestling the next week, so I don't know.
I don't know.
But I
either.
think they might have said broken leg.
this time.
Yeah, so that means what, a couple weeks?
But they a couple weeks, but like they can't know, so they can. It's still open.
I just like this is like Edge has cut in these promos. This is how I got this back, and I don't know how much I have left, and they're wasting him with this garbage.
like the Judgment Day was headed in the right direction with Edge as the leader.
Yeah,
just bring Finn over.
right.
Then you have a Finn Edge kind of struggle at the top.
And here's the
thing
thing,
for 6 to 7 months.
The whole thing is just ruined.
You could still recruit Dominic. You can still recruit Rhea. You have this whole fucking Undertaker corporate ministry forming.
Yeah.
Nope. Why? Because they're going to do magical powers? Well, they haven't done magical powers.
You're
Have
wasting
they?
Edge.
They haven't.
We still haven't had Edge versus Kevin Owens. What the fuck are we doing?
We haven't had Edge
that
versus
better
Owens.
be a WrestleMania match.
Well,
Please?
maybe.
Just a match?
Just
On
a
Raw, please? Can we just get that? Something?
Yeah.
That's the end of the show. At least we have Kevin Owens. On to awards. Who'd you have for worst dressed?
I had Lacey. What was with the makeup, the red dot in her head? Like, what was she trying to do with all that?
I don't know. I had Omos. I'm just upset that I saw him
New
again.
gear.
I don't
New
know.
gear.
Best dressed?
Maxine,
yeah. She's very nice.
kicked off her shoes.
I still went Liv, of course. I still went Liv Morgan. I really liked how she looked.
She was in there
with
right
the
before.
pink.
Yes,
The tight pink,
her face,
whatever
was
that
cute
was.
as fuck. I like her little makeup. Yeah,
Worst acting,
Dominic Mysterio.
of course. Best acting.
Kevin
What'd
Owens.
you have for best acting? What did you have?
Honorable
For
mention.
best acting!
Honorable mention to Johnny Gargano because I really liked how
Johnny's great.
Then they're kind of one right now. They're in the same faction, so it's kind of the same.
In the same faction. Yeah, Kevin Owens award goes to Kevin Owens. Worst comment.
I'm not your baby boy. I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
And then Rhea just gives him her titty.
Yeah.
Here, baby.
The biggie. The biggie.
Best comment.
You are my puppy.
Best comment.
You're a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
And Johnny and I.
Me and Gargano are 1 in a million.
Fuck, it's so good.
Worst match. Omos.
Yeah.
Super slow-mo. Omos.
Sure.
Best match.
This said a couple. Riddle and Finn. You got Johnny and
Yeah, I had Johnny and Gable.
but yeah, I was going to finish. Johnny and Gable. I think was a little bit better.
Yeah, especially
Johnny.
You know, we've been waiting 9 months
Johnny
for this fucking guy to wrestle again.
Yeah.
Worst move.
I don't know.
I had Aaliyah's reaction to the kick out of a roll up,
Okay.
like just that whole thing.
Sure.
Best move.
I just did the one final beat.
Yes,
it was
same.
hit so perfectly, and again,
Same.
sold well.
Worst moment or segment.
I mentioned this earlier when and Hit Row in the same segment automatically qualifies.
That's bad. I had seeing Omos.
Just him being there.
Yeah, like when we first saw him, he's walking backstage, and I was just like, it took all the fucking air out. Like I was just like, oh god, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then best moment or segment.
You know, Kevin Owens, but again, seeing Johnny wrestling again was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
All right, on to breaking news. So on his To Be the Man podcast, Ric Flair is claiming
Oh boy.
that they're making a movie about his life, and he says, I know that they've talked to Bradley Cooper.
Well, anyone could talk to someone.
I've decided, I went up to Bradley Cooper and I was like, hey, you want to play me in a movie? And he said,
And Bradley Cooper was like bottom right.
and he's, who are you? And he said, no,
Yeah.
get away from my face, you bum.
My list is short. Bradley Cooper, Tom Cruise, George Clooney. Woo!
Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, right?
The same director from Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
Yes, that's right.
To be the shittiest movie, you have to make the shittiest movie. Also, in an interview with Sportskeeda, EC3 claimed that Velveteen Dream set up a phone in the bathroom of a party that EC3 hosted so he could film men's genitals as they use the toilet.
Come on.
Yeah.
I thought he liked young women. Oh, God. I don't know what's going on with this guy?
I think he just,
Right.
you could have been huge, man.
Yeah.
You could have been huge.
Yeah.
What a shame. It's all the news I have, though, so I guess let's move on to rumors.
Yeah.
Rumors!
Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title?
Maybe!
Balor Club to finally get a second member?
Too sweet!
Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule?
No chance!
Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia?
Confirmed! This one's interesting. The Wrestling Observer reports that the Young Bucks have sent out feelers to WWE for when their AEW contract expires in January of 2024.
Why the fuck did they even go over there and start their own company? Like, is it that bad? I guess Tony Khan's just...
But they're the ones that are making it suck.
Yeah.
Apparently it's, look, CM Punk on one side. A lot of people hate him. Then a lot of people hate the Bucks and Omega. I mean, that's, Cody left, obviously, for creative differences and all that. But yeah, it's just a toxic work environment.
And what is the update there? What is the rumor with them and Punk right now?
Well, Punk is severely injured. He's out. I think they said a torn pec.
Okay, so he's out.
So he's out for 6 months or something.
So even if he didn't get into a scuffle, he would have been out.
Yeah.
He tore it in the match.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the rumors that Punk either he's going to get fired or he's just not going to be there. I don't know if all that's true. I mean, look, I mean, Brett and Shawn used to fight each other like on a weekly basis and they still made it work, but they had a boss. They had a real boss.
Right.
So I doubt WWE would even want these jackasses. Like, if you're Triple H, sure, you could be the trios champions. Really? Yeah, sure, on NXT Japan. Okay. I guess we'll take it, sure.
Yeah.
Also, multiple sources, including Freddie Prinze Jr., said that WWE simply forgot to cut the feed at Clash at the Castle.
How would Freddie know this?
And we weren't supposed to see Tyson Fury singing with Drew McIntyre.
Forgot to cut the feed.
Well, Freddie was a writer, so he knows the people.
Network didn't cut the feed?
Yeah. No, well, it's Peacock, but WWE runs the show.
I know, but Peacock
doesn't decide when to cut it.
Blackout? We have something else we have to play?
I don't think Peacock decides that. But how do you forget? Oops, I forgot to press the button.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, they're singing. Cut the feed! Cut the feed!
Like no one's watching?
But I mean, Freddie was a writer, so he knows people there.
I know, but
Someone was like, yeah, we fucked up.
But like you just made fun of, like you forgot to.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Andrew Zarian of Mat Men says WWE wants to wait until after football to do another draft. So if that's true, it's going to be a while.
Good.
Like maybe after Mania.
It's got to be after Mania. Can't be before Mania.
I would just not.
If you're setting up things,
just no more split brands. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah,
it's dumb. Doesn't even make sense.
Yep. And
then Dave Meltzer recently said that Roman Reigns' next major match won't be until November 5th at Saudi Mania.
Who does he fight?
I don't know.
Like someone who
Drew
big
McIntyre.
name.
Brock. They bring Vince back just to announce the match. And it's in Saudi. Well, we heard this is the only place that you're allowed to be in public anymore.
We want Roman.
Because here we encourage sexual assault.
We want Brock. We want Drew in this match. So a fatal four-way. So like I said, the Roman, Brock, Drew, and the Ultimate Warrior. Fatal four-way. What do you say?
Vince, why didn't you just call us? You paid that bitch $3 million? That's chump change to us. I would have thrown in like my fucking palace for free for her. You'd still be in charge.
Oh,
you fucking idiot. Who the fuck's... Triple H is not going to sell the company to us now. What the hell?
Yeah. You see that door right there? You see it says legal? If a girl comes to me, I said, okay, go to legal. You open the door and you fall into 1,000
She
foot...
legally gets murdered.
You fall into 1,000 foot pit. You'll never hear from her again, Vince.
You are legally dead. Bitch. Anyways.
Okay, go to legal. There's the door.
Triple H can't wait to get out of this Saudi contract.
Behind the door is 4 hungry lions.
I think it's a 10-year contract? My God, they still have half the way to go.
Oh God,
it's either 5 or 10.
Yeah,
I hope it's 5.
I have one. I don't know.
Okay.
The PW Insider reported that corporate headquarters in Stanford, the employees are energized now that Vince is gone.
Yeah.
Also noted dealing with Nick Khan, Stephanie, and Triple H is pleasant as opposed to if you ran into Vince, it was like running into the T-Rex at Jurassic Park. You just didn't want to call attention to yourself. You just wanted to shut the fuck up and just try to not be seen throughout the day.
I'm sure they are, and I'm sure they are happy because they're not just being verbally abused.
Yeah.
By a 76-year-old man anymore.
Yeah,
and 76-year-old man on steroids.
Yeah, and writers aren't feeling like they have to hurry up and wait for Vince meetings.
Yeah.
That they can actually write a script and it won't be torn up.
Well, there you go.
Minute, so.
Yeah, I can't see Triple H doing that. That's true. That's probably very true.
Yeah.
All right, if that's all for rumors, do we have any trivia that I could beat Eric?
Can I announce an NXT thing that just happened?
Okay.
And
NXT breaking news.
North American champion.
I don't know. Von Wagner?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, he was on WWE television this week. We talked about him a few times.
We did?
Yeah.
Huh? I don't know. Tell me.
Because now they have even more gold. in the bloodline.
Sikoa? What the fuck? I thought.
Why would you give him the North
Yeah.
American Championship unless you're bringing it to WWE?
Right.
on the show.
It doesn't even make sense on WWE.
Yeah.
You have the U.S. Championship.
Yeah. And new North American champion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Tonight was supposed to be like a
they
fans
want. I guess they
choose-
want the bloodline to have like everyone to have gold except for Sammy.
Yeah.
And Sammy's just like, oh,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, he already was that, but now that Sikoa's there, he's got to hold gold.
Yeah. And apparently Monday Night Football destroyed Raw's ratings.
Oh yeah, 1.7, I think.
Yeah.
That figures.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. You have trivia?
I do. So who was the first man to win the Rumble at number 30?
First man. That's the trivia. That's like the thing. Okay. Okay. Fuck. So Triple H did in 2015. But I think someone did it before then. Was Edge ever 30 or was he 29? I feel like I'm probably missing something big here. Oh, I'm sorry. Brock just did it.
Yeah. When Edge came back that year, that Shawn was eliminated from the Rumble,
Yeah.
Batista was 30. So it wasn't Edge that year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's before that? It's not Triple H in 2015.
No. It's before all these guys.
Oh, fuck. Is it something that I feel like I should know?
Yeah. Come on, it's me and you alone. I always do like Andrew trivia.
I know. Fuck. You mean like the decade? So we don't draw this out forever?
2000s? Between 2000 and 2010.
Okay. Oh, Cena.
No, this happened before Cena.
Before Cena.
What year was that, do you know?
Oh, fuck. 08, 06, 07. One of those.
This was right before that.
Right before that.
Yeah. So I guess 30 was a common thing after that.
Shit.
I gave you a huge clue.
What was the clue? The decade?
No?
Oh, me and you.
Yeah. Well, said I always do Andrew trivia when it's just me and you. So start naming favorite wrestlers.
Of me?
Yes.
Mine? Taker? No, not Taker.
Yeah.
It was Taker?
Taker, 2007. He's the first guy to win the Rumble at number 30.
He was 30. That was when he fought Shawn?
Yeah.
I
think it was when he fought
totally forgot he was 30.
Isn't that crazy?
I totally forgot he was 30.
Yeah.
Because that popped in my mind. I was like, well, no, he wasn't 30. Totally forgot he was 30. What a fucking cheap ass.
Yeah.
Shawn was in there for how long? Shawn was in there way earlier, I bet.
Whole night.
Bullshit.
And
Was
then,
that the year Shawn was number 2? Like, remember
Yeah, I
he did
think
it
so.
like late in his career
Yeah.
where he was like
2 or
number
3,
2.
yeah.
Like he was pretty early.
Yep. He went all the way.
And they wanted us to think it was going to be his again.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. That was
And-
the best Rumble ever.
yeah.
Right? I mean, it ended with
great.
Shawn and Taker having a
20-minute
10-minute match,
match.
whatever it was. It was just them, and they had a fucking match.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Taker was, you said 07?
07.
So then I think Cena was 08.
I think so. Or 09. Yeah, right there.
Pretty sure, yeah.
A couple other trivias. What state was Shawn Michaels born in?
He wasn't born in Texas then, huh?
I don't know. Was that your no? He was.
Well, I think his father was in the military, right? So that's why this is the case.
Yes.
But I don't remember.
I believe there's a military base here. Yeah.
Hold on. New Mexico?
So close.
Nevada?
Arizona.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I guess he spent a few years in England because that's where his dad was stationed, but then grew up in San Antonio. So.
Nice.
And I didn't know this, and you're not going to get it, but who wrote Sexy Boy? Who wrote the lyrics to Sexy Boy? And this is according to one of our fans.
Not Jim Johnson.
Thank
whatever
you,
the fuck his name is.
Juvencio, for giving me some of these.
Not Jim Johnson. Vince.
He sang it. No, Jimmy Hart apparently. wrote
Oh,
Sexy
well,
Boy.
he did a lot of the music too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because he was a musician for sure. Yeah,
That's okay.
cool.
Very
There you
nice. And who the first person? The original song was Sherry singing it.
Sherry sang it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now I want to see when that. Hold on. Events and winners. John Cena must have been 08. 2008. Yeah, Madison Square Garden. So
Literally the very next
2
year.
years in a row, that number 31.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, fan questions. MJF's Orange Hands. How can anyone fuck up the KO character the way Vince fucked it up for the last 5 to 6 years? Seems impossible.
I know.
Especially after watching that promo. Yes, agreed. Justin Stewart, I couldn't stop laughing at Dominic Mysterio's promo on Raw.
What an idiot.
Torque with his shirt off looked more intimidating. It's true.
Yeah.
They got to face each other one day. 199 Big T listened to the Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies review, and I thought, I should see for myself just how god-awful that movie is. Jesus tap dancing Christ, it makes the room look like a masterpiece. Hashtag TBD Army.
Yeah.
It's true. Spencer Conover, Hunter has got to be seeing the KO that we've been cutting fire promos every week. When does he pay it off with the title? I mean, it's probably what Joe said a few weeks ago, beating the Usos with Sammy.
Yeah.
That's probably a ways
If
away.
Cody's not ready by the Rumble for whatever reason, it's got to be KO.
Right.
He beats Roman. I mean, he fucking beat him. He beat him.
Yeah.
They just didn't let him take the fucking title.
I mean, they're probably if they still get The Rock somehow, then it'll be The Rock at
I don't
Mania.
want to see that. I don't want to see that
it either.
What are you going to do? Roman beats The Rock?
Of course.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares? And then Roman is still champion in like April? Oh, like this is all about Cody. This is one of those moments, and they've done this like when Seth beat Brock, we were fine with it. When Becky
Fine
won,
with it. We loved it.
we were fine with it. Like
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like we loved it. When Shawn won the title for the first time, when Stone Cold won the title for the first time, when The Rock won the title, like we knew it was happening.
Yeah.
And we wanted it, and you gave it to us. Give us Cody. He will be good by then. He will come out in the Rumble. He will win the Rumble. He will beat Roman. Fucking Theory cashes in and loses, and it would be the perfect WrestleMania. The
Yeah.
perfect WrestleMania.
Right.
Because it's going to be hard to top Stone Cold wrestling Kevin Owens.
True.
But you could do it with this moment.
Yeah.
I guess it would have to be night 2. I don't know. Fuck.
Night 2.
But you could do it with this moment.
It'd be the only night I'd be able to see because I'm going to a wedding during night 1
In
of WrestleMania.
Mexico?
No.
Oh.
No. It's in Austin.
One of your close friends?
Steven.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Didn't realize that.
Yep. And
Wow.
so
How dare he?
I told him when I get married, it's going to be on day 1 of the draft. Like the NFL draft, like
It's
at
like favorite
7
day?
p.m.
Yeah.
He's like, no. Yeah. So.
Oh, sorry, Andrew. I didn't check WWE schedule.
So if Mania Night 2 looks awesome for some reason, then maybe I'll take a flight to fucking LA Sunday morning. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Ryan, on a scale of 3 to 7 inches, how big was your boner during the Ronda Rousey wardrobe malfunction? I saw what people were referencing, but it was like not. It was nothing. Like her bra was just getting a little loose. She kind of
We've
made
seen
fun of
worse and better.
it. Yeah. The old Kanye. How we feeling about the possibility of Baby Oos versus Walter for the IC title?
Why?
He says Walter, but well, I mean, he's already got a belt now.
Yeah, he's a champion.
Yeah. Joseph Reiling, so Omos is still around. Fun times, right? Oh, you know it, man.
Yeah.
Kill me. PCJ, take the red pill.
Okay.
NXT returns to black and gold. Kevin Owens is the WWE champion for a 3-year title run, including feuds with Ciampa and Gargano. Adam Cole, Samoa Joe, Keith Lee, and the rest of Triple H's guys return to WWE. Or the blue pill.
I can't even imagine.
Vince never gets busted and is still running WWE. Roman retires as WWE Undisputed Universal Champion after another 5 years. But then, during the Royal Rumble, Mandy Rose, Alexa Bliss, and Liv Morgan all have full nude wardrobe malfunctions.
Sorry, ladies. I'm 47. I've seen some titties in my life. I will take the first bill.
Take the first one, yeah.
I thought they were going to say, and you're a millionaire.
Nip slip.
Then I'd have to think about it.
Yeah.
Then I'd have to think
or
about
like
it.
Mandy and Liv. You know, I mean, you got to do more than that.
Like Mandy and Liv, you have a threesome with Mandy and Liv.
Yeah.
That's where it's like,
I don't know.
That's tough.
Yeah. Robert Enright, Pushfire Barry, these dream matches with legends at their peak. Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan. Seth Rollins versus Eddie Guerrero. And Johnny Gargano versus HBK.
Well, that's...
Well, you know us too well.
I mean, you know who our favorite wrestlers are.
Yeah.
So we're going to push that.
Push
The
Johnny
next
and
one is
Sean.
very interesting, but I think I'm going to go Seth. And
Seth and Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer that. I mean, Angle and Bryan will be very good as well, but
Very
it'll be
technical.
super technical.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be great, but it's just not my favorite thing.
Eddie will tell a story in the ring. He was such a great storyteller.
I'm more about stories in the ring.
Yep.
That would be fucking great.
Good question.
Yeah, I'd love to see all those matches. Alan Kimmett, after the camera went off, do you think Loomis busted a nut in Maurice's panty drawer? In her panty drawer?
Yes.
Probably.
Why wouldn't he?
Indy's very
He's
upset.
there.
Yeah, he's there. You might as well. Sam the Man Garcia, I mean, you're already going to jail for breaking and entering. You might
Yes.
as well. Defamation of property, right?
Yes.
I think that's some sort of sexual charge as well, but whatever.
Yeah.
Sam the Man Garcia.
He's running all over the house.
Yeah.
What happened in here?
Oh, man.
Did you go get Cinnabon and you threw it all over the house?
Sure.
God. Sam the Man Garcia, if all the chatter is true and the elite end up in WWE, how do you think they would book them, knowing that, well, I guess I already did mention that earlier.
Yeah.
Knowing they have history they have with Balor and Styles. Remember, this is 2024. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want them there.
Yeah.
I hate these guys. They're so fucking... I don't like them. No, I don't like it at all. S. Thorne, Pushfire Barry duets of retiring sports stars and wrestlers that lost clash matches.
Yeah.
So obviously we had Fury and McIntyre, but this is Shawn White and Sheamus, Sweet Caroline, singing Sweet Caroline.
I don't want to do this.
Serena Williams and Shayna Baszler, Candle in the Wind.
What?
And then Tom Brady and Matt Riddle sitting on the dock of the bay. Yeah, which duet do you want to hear the most?
No.
Carlos Ramirez, Pushfire Barry, scary threesomes to join.
Hmm.
Undertaker and Michelle McCool. Kane and Lita.
Oh.
And Bray Wyatt and JoJo and they're all in character.
Okay, so fire that.
They're all in character.
Then
Okay.
it becomes Lita or with Kane. I'm going to
I mean,
push
you're gonna get
Lita
raped.
and Barry.
You're gonna get pegged
Undertaker.
one way or another.
I've always had a crush on Lita, so I'll go with that route. It's always about the woman.
Yeah,
almost.
I'd go Lita as well. Lita, then JoJo, then Michelle.
Right.
Eric Hamilton, Step Bro. Who's the strangest gimmick you found yourself liking in the past 20 years? Mine would be Simon Dean from the Simon System. Remember that guy?
Yeah, I guess.
No.
Yeah, I do.
He wasn't around very long.
No.
I thought he was kind of funny.
How long do I get to choose from what? How long?
In the past 20 years, like just the strangest gimmick that I guess didn't really get over, but you were like, I kind of like this guy.
It's funny you mentioned him earlier. I kind of liked Chris Masters in the Master Lock Challenge. I don't know why.
He was pretty boring though. His promos, the Master Lock.
That was wow, that's a good
it.
impression. It's one of
Yeah.
your best ones. I don't know. I mean,
Hey,
like a gimmick that wasn't over.
you ready to see a Master Lock? It's every week. And all it was to set up John Cena breaking out of the Master Lock.
That's all it really was.
I don't know. Like, I mean, Santino was funny sometimes, but it got
But
ridiculous.
everyone liked him. It's not like no one liked that.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I guess.
Omar, I know you guys are fucking marks for Gargano, but can we give Chad Gable the credit he deserves? He's the most impressive, most talented jobber other than Dolph. It's very sad that Vince fucked him up so early in his career because he has so much potential. He's literally a clone of Kurt Angle. Back me up here, Eric. Well, he can't. It's true. It's damn true. I like Chad Gable in this role. I do.
Yeah.
Certainly
Yeah.
better than anything else he's ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the good tag team with Jason Jordan
Yeah.
in NXT. That was great.
You know who, I think going back to the last question, the Authors of Pain were good, but we knew they were good, right? I thought when I first saw the Ascension that these guys were going to be like the next Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these guys can be, and they just fucking they just lost every week and they look like idiots. You know what I mean?
Well, their promos were so cringe.
Horrible.
We played them every week.
Yeah.
every week we were like a new Ascension promo.
It's almost as bad as Birds.
Birds. I mean, that was like 2015.
Yeah.
He also says, shout out to Liv Morgan with the booty shorts that has the zipper that goes from the front to the back.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Easy access.
Yeah. Rampager, what's your best moment and worst moment of WWE's version of ECW?
WWE's version of ECW?
Like when they bought ECW and they started...
Well, RVD winning the title. That has to be one of the top moments.
Kelly just dancing. No. I mean, no, like, especially when a whole place is chanting, fuck you, Cena, fuck you. That's like the best moment.
It was incredible.
And I didn't really watch that much of ECW, but
the worst moment was like giving titles to guys that would have never had titles just to give them a title, like Mark Henry.
I mean, Vince McMahon was the ECW champion.
He was? When did he get it? Who cares?
He had it for a while.
Wow.
And Big Show was the ECW champion despite
like I said,
not
Mark
being
Henry,
able to do anything extreme things.
Right. Yeah.
Vince just totally did not get ECW.
Right.
Mitchell, how would you make Survivor Series matches mean something? 4v4, 5v5, and even the pay-per-view. The good news is we probably won't get champions versus champions this year.
Well, yeah. You think?
How would you make it mean something? You do what you did back in the day. You know?
Forming
you have a guy
random
fight.
alliances.
You bring your friends and I'll bring my friends.
Random alliances. That's what it's all about. Joe likes stables. How about for one night, we'll make up like 8 stables and they'll all fight each other in an elimination match.
And I think
this was like my second favorite night of the year. Like,
and
maybe
one of
first.
them could even be like the losers of this match are going to be in the top 10 of the Rumble, and the winners are going to be in the bottom 10 of the Rumble. Like, you know, last guy's coming out.
Sure.
There's a way to do something like
anything.
that. Anything. Not bragging rights for Raw and SmackDown.
Like they did. They went back
every
to
year.
it.
Stephanie be like, and if you lose, someone's getting fired, and then no one got fired.
No one. Yeah. Remember, like it was like Shawn and Triple H and maybe the Hardys
and Punk.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that was a Survivor Series match, right?
Yeah.
And Shawn eliminated someone. He goes, Who was that guy? I think it was Mike Knox, right? But like,
who was that guy?
But like, they did a couple of the matches. They would throw one in a year for a while. Like, thanks.
Right.
At least they would do one with big names. Now it's like just the brands fighting.
I think there's a good chance
Gives a
Triple
fuck.
H does it because he's very traditional. He loves the old school shit.
Oh, well, from your lips.
He brought War Games to WWE, for God's sakes.
God.
Speaking of which, War Games!
Yeah, did that go away?
No, I don't think so.
When is it usually?
It's
January?
usually November.
November.
Like, the same time as...
Did they do it last
Survivor-
year?
I think so, but I don't...
Shit.
It was like, who cares with the people that were in it? NXT
Right.
sucks. Jonathan Ramos, Raw lands on Halloween. Wouldn't that be the best time to have Bray return? Obligatory spooky set pieces, bad gimmick match, and superstars costumed up with some backstage party while strange things happen throughout the show.
Yes.
Ending with Bray as the Fiend along with his Wyatt Six members beating 2 saps in the ring to close the show. Yeah, sure. Fine.
MJF?
Oh, yeah. That's, of course.
Fucking mark!
Yeah.
I mean, they do
Jonathan.
NXT Halloween Havoc now.
Yeah.
And apparently Halloween Havoc is going to be like on a Saturday. Like it's going to be like a takeover. Not that they call them takeovers anymore. But instead of being like just a regular episode of NXT, it's going to be like a special, show.
By the time that airs, we'll know no one on NXT.
Exactly. Noah WW, how does Jim Ross feel about Brock Lesnar's sexy meat sauce? Does he mean the flavoring that Eric got?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good, but it's just no JR's barbecue sauce.
Unless you sprinkle it on feet. I'm kidding, freaks.
Calm down, freaks.
No, I'm not.
I sprinkled it on my feet,
No, I'm not.
and then I told my maid to... I'm sorry. Sorry. Calm down. Calm down, freaks. Eric, weigh in. What does Jesse the Mind think of all the AEW drama?
Well, it's actually all former WWE guys that are running it from within.
That's true.
You know who?
That's true.
Next week, Tony Khan.
Yeah.
He rips off his mask, and you know who he is?
No.
Nick Khan.
Nick Khan.
Yeah.
Turns out the Khans were in on it.
The whole time.
How many Khans could there be? It's got to be related.
Just wait.
Donald
McMahon.
MJF said that in his promo on Dynamite. He was like, maybe I'll go and I'll go to the company that has the only con that matters.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah,
he also brought up Triple H. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Donald Alexander, how long till Raquel realizes Aaliyah is useless and turns on her? Hopefully, like next week. Turns heel. No more smiling idiot. Paste Pot Pete always thought Chad Gable was okay in the ring, but he seemed to really shine in there with Johnny. What are you all's thoughts? I mean, I thought he was always really good in the ring. That was like, best thing about him.
Yeah.
Gable's really good. He's just shorty.
Right.
He's a shorty G. But he's not shorty G anymore, thank God. He actually has a gimmick now. Ghost of Johnny Drip Drip. How many times is Kevin Owens going to prove everyone before he gets a belt?
How long?
Yeah. How many times is Kevin Owens going to prove to everyone he deserves a belt before he gets one?
I mean, it's got to be soon.
It's got to be. Survivor Series? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be... Look, the Bloodline has 5 guys now.
Right.
You know, you could do all the people that hate Roman, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre. You can find a few more guys in there.
Yeah. Sure. And have Sammy turn on the Bloodline.
Braun, Lashley, whatever.
Come on. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Anyone.
That is all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Give us a 5-star review. Check out Hollywood Hogwash as well. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Oh, and TikTok. At Wrong Wrestling.
Yeah.
We have a TikTok now.
Yep.
Get a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/what's wrong with wrestling and join the Patreon, patreon.com/what's wrong with wrestling. $5 a month gets you everything.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier. Give it a chance. Go sign up. Do it right now. I'll wait right now. Did you do it?
Yeah. While you're doing that, follow my TikTok. Then go back to that.
Yes.
Then follow the show's TikTok.
And maybe
Really
watch Raw, AW, and SmackDown with us. Getplayback.com/room/www. Do all of those things that I just said.
Yes.